The real reason that most players are using polyester, when I say most players, we're not really talking about professionals. I mean, most players in the world. You want to call them amateur, rec, whatever you want to call them, beginners, intermediates, advanced, club players. Most players are using polyester because they don't want their strings to break. And stay with me, I'm gonna get into some more reasons, but the one of the reasons is they don't want their strings to break. A lot of players only have one racket. And this is how people perceive this when they come on the tennis court and they start playing. They're given polyester. Let's just say that they're given. Let me turn the volume down here. Let's say they're given polyester and maybe a synthetic gut. Take those two for example. And they're using the synthetic gut and the string breaks. They have one racket. Now they can't play. It's annoying. Even if they have two rackets, it's annoying. People get that feeling of a string breaking. It just it doesn't bode well for them. And that's one of the main reasons. Let's face it. The other reason is they don't like their strings to move. And if you think this isn't true, just observe your friends. I once had a tennis player friend, and this is like pros too. He was a teaching pro. He was a friend of mine. We played a lot, trained a lot, and he didn't want his strings to move. And they call this. You see, this is called snapback. The polyester has this snapback, and there's all kinds of science around it. But look, the real reason players don't want their strings to move, whether there's truth to it or not. They just don't like having to move their strings back, having the strings be wide open. Does it really affect play that much for anyone who's not trying to make money off their tennis? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Plain and simple, it doesn't. And these two things combined are just annoying to people. They have there's like personality flaws. They can't deal with it. They can't deal with the fact that their strings are not in line. I mean, for years and years and years, we played tennis with gut, where the strings would move. And that's not always the case. The strings don't always move. A lot of players are playing with big racket heads, 100 square feet, 110 square feet, where the strings would move more, when in reality they could play with a 95. It's not that difficult to play with a 95. It's really not that much different. You might not have as much power, but there's other ways to win. There's other ways to play. You adapt, you change, you work with it. So these are really the two primary reasons. The one is slightly financial. Players don't. They only have one racket. Think about it. You have one racket. You don't want your strings to break ever. And there's other options, by the way. You don't need to go if you're playing with a gut or some type of a gut. You can play with a larger string. But this is another thing that people don't want to do. They want spin. They want more. They've been told smaller strings, thinner strings create more spin, as if that matters. And, people will argue with me all day long. And just a side note, this player here, she's probably in her 20s. She played college, probably in her late 20s. And at this point, I remember watching her when I first went to a junior national tournament. One of my first junior national tournaments. It was in Albany, New York. She was there. She was probably 17 at the time. It was in the 18s. One of my best friends lived in Albany, New York. So I was there, and it was an indoor tournament in the middle of winter. And that's the first time I saw this player play. I think she won the tournament, actually. I'm pretty sure she won the tournament. She's won many tournaments. Still has not broken in to I don't think she's ever broken into the top 100. I don't even know if she's ever broken in the top 200. But yeah, that's just kind of want to break down the two real reasons that players use polyester. It's not the reasons that people will tell you. They might tell themselves that, but those are the real reasons in reality why players use polyester strings.